Evere, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today, we're tackling a breakfast champion, the one and only, the glorious breakfast burrito. Seriously, what's not to love? Fluffy eggs, crispy potatoes, melty cheese, and a kick of salsa all wrapped up in a warm tortilla. It's the perfect grab-and-go meal, and I'm going to show you how to make the absolute best version right at home. It's way easier than you think, and trust me, once you make your own, you'll never go back to the drive-thru. So, grab your apron, and let's get cooking. First things first, let's talk potatoes. They are the heart and soul of a great breakfast burrito, providing that amazing texture. I'm using one large russet potato, but any starchy potato will do. We're going to dice it into small, bite-sized cubes, about ½ an inch. The key is to keep them uniform so they cook evenly. Once they're all chopped up, rinse them under cold water to get rid of some of that excess starch. This little step is the secret to getting them extra crispy. Pat them super dry with a paper towel. Water is the enemy of crispiness. Now, let's get these potatoes cooking. Heat up a couple of tablespoons of a neutral oil, like canola or vegetable oil, in a large skillet over medium-high heat. Once the oil is shimmering, carefully add your potatoes. Spread them out in a single layer. Don't overcrowd the pan. If you need to cook them in batch, we want to pan-fry them, not steam them. Season them generously with salt, pepper, and maybe a little paprika or chili powder for some color and extra flavor. Now, here's the hard part. Leave them alone. Let them cook for about 5 to 7 minutes without touching them, so they can develop a beautiful golden brown crust. While our potatoes are getting that beautiful crust, let's prep our eggs. For 2 large burritos, I'm using 4 large eggs. Crack them into a bowl and whisk them up really well until the yolks and whites are completely combined and a little frothy. A good whisking incorporates air, which is the secret to light and fluffy scrambled eggs. I like to add a splash of milk or cream, just a tablespoon or so for extra richness, but that's totally optional. Season them simply with a pinch of salt and pepper. We'll set these aside for now. We're also going to need some cheese, of course. I'm using a shredded cheddar and Monterey Jack blend, but feel free to use your favorite. Grating your own cheese from a block is always best because it melts so much better. Okay, let's check on those potatoes. Give them a good toss. See that gorgeous color? That's exactly what we're looking for. Continue to cook them, stirring occasionally. For another 5 to 7 minutes until they golden brown all over and tender on the inside. You can test one by piercing it with a fork. Once they're perfect, transfer them to a plate lined with a paper towel to drain any excess oil. Now, using the same skillet we love, fewer dishes, it's time for the eggs. Reduce the heat to medium-low. If the pan is dry, add a small knob of butter. Once it's melted, pour in your whisked eggs. Let them sit for about 20 seconds until the edges start to set. Now, using a rubber spatula, gently push the eggs from the edges toward the center. We're going for large, soft curds here, not tiny, dry bits. Keep a low and slow approach. As soon as the eggs are about 90% cooked, they should still look a little wet. Turn off the heat. They'll continue to cook from the residual heat of the pan. This is the moment to add your cheese. Sprinkle it all over the eggs and let it sit for a minute to get all melty and gooey. Look at that! Perfection! It's assembly time, the grand finale. Warm your tortillas first. This makes them pliable and easier to roll. You can do this in a dry skillet for 30 seconds per side, or even carefully over a gas flame for a little char. Lay your warm tortilla on a clean surface. Now, let's build our masterpiece. Start with a layer of those cheesy eggs right down the center. Then, add a generous spoonful of our crispy, golden potatoes. And finally, a few dollops of your favorite salsa. I'm using a medium-hot restaurant-style salsa for a nice kick, but pico de gallo or a salsa verde would also be amazing. Now, for the all-important fold. This is what separates the amateurs from the burrito pros. Fold the two sides of the tortilla in over the filling. Then, take the bottom edge, the one closest to you, and pull it up and over the filling, tucking everything in tightly. Keep it snug forward. And there you have it, a perfectly sealed, beautiful breakfast burrito, ready to be devoured. You can slice it in half to admire your handiwork or just dive right in. The combination of the soft eggs, the crispy potatoes, the melted cheese, and that fresh zing from the salsa is just unbeatable. This is such a versatile recipe too. You could add bacon, sausage, black beans, or avocado. The possibilities are endless. These also freeze incredibly well. Just wrap them individually in foil and then place them in a freezer bag. When you're ready to eat one, you can just pop it in the microwave or oven for a quick, delicious breakfast. Making breakfast burritos at home is so rewarding and so much tastier. I hope you give this recipe a try. Let me know in the comments what you put in your perfect breakfast burrito. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Happy cooking!